So, if you do not know the rundown already between my current relationship situations, I'm going to break it all down in this video, and there's a lot that I'm going to completely shift your mindset about. Because if you're one of these individuals that watches either the red pill dating advice or self-improvement dating advice, any kind of internet dating advice, and you don't have any real life experience, this video is literally going to fucking give you an epiphany. It's going to literally blow your mind, and you're like, fuck, this is what I was doing wrong, or this is where I was thinking wrong. Because I know a lot of the red pill guys that you see on the internet, a lot of the self-improvement guys you see on the internet, if you analyze them, and not in a judgmental way, but you just look at them and think, is this guy actually attractive? Like, not physically, not jawline or nothing like that, but personality-wise, social mannerisms, the way that they speak, the way they carry themselves, the way they see the world. Is this guy an actual attractive, just normal guy? Like, a lot of these guys I see on the internet, I would genuinely be uncomfortable around in the real world. They look like school shooters, they look like incels. So just please be careful who you're taking your dating advice from. Make sure these guys are, you know, functional, normal human beings that actually live life in the real world rather than just the internet, okay? Just be careful of that. Now, I've been seeing a girl, a Thai girl, for a couple of months now, okay? We've been really like that since the first night that I met this girl. I met her in the club, and she told me that literally the second time that she saw me, she instantly knew that she liked me. The first night was great. We got along really well. We had loads of inside jokes and banter, and we just chatted a lot. We got on a level straight away from the start. I don't know if you've ever had this before, bro, where you meet a girl and the chemistry is just perfect from day one. You don't have to force anything. You know, the conversation just flows. You don't have to think. It doesn't feel awkward when there's awkward silences or nothing like that. Like, it's just a really nice relationship from the beginning. So I knew already I'm going to get along with this girl, right? So I met this girl when I was in my hoe phase, if you want to call it that, my little playboy phase. I was a single man, obviously, just kind of experimenting with loads of different women, I guess you could say. And I met her in the club. She was kind of doing the same thing, going for a little bit of it. It wasn't really a hoe phase, but, you know, she was just single and seeing different guys. Let's just say that. And, yeah, so I met the girl. I had loads of hickeys on my neck the night that I met her. It was a really funny, kind of weird way to meet. However, we got along really well, which is unexpected. And this is what I want you to understand about relationships, long-term stuff. The kind of girls you fall in love with, it's always so unexpected. You don't think like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna fall in love with this girl. It's just, you'll just meet like that out of nowhere, and then before you know it, it'll just naturally flow into something beautiful. So yeah, we met in the club. I came around to her house the first night, spent the night there, and then I left first thing in the morning quite early, and I sent her a text message saying, you know, sorry I had to rush off, got some work to do, whatever. Just to be polite, because she let me stay the night, and I was like, you know, I just wanted to the least thing I could do is send her a text message, right? Now, at this time, I was seeing other girls. I had like a little rotation, if you would call it that, a little rotation going between different girls, and I was just kind of having fun. I was a single man. I didn't have anyone to commit myself to. I was just enjoying myself, right? She said from the moment that she met me, not the exact moment, but obviously the second night that we saw each other, she knew instantly she wasn't interested in any other guy. Now, at the time, I had no idea. I used to see this girl and just think, she's just another club hoe. Like, that's my mindset. Yeah, she's just another club hoe. You know, she's probably not going to go anywhere. I like her. I like spending time with her. You know, we have a laugh and stuff, and it's fun. I enjoy her company, but it's probably not going to go anywhere. I didn't really get my hopes too high, right? In her head, she was like, I really like this guy. I'm not interested in any other guy. To the point where we'd take pictures together and stuff, and she would put the picture of me as her lock screen when she went out clubbing with a friend, just so when guys came over, she could just show the lock screen, just to scare them up. Like, she would do this shit, and I had no idea, bro. The whole time I was thinking, yeah, she's just a hoe. She don't really like me. We don't really like each other like that. Cool, it's just something casual. I didn't really overthink it. I had no fucking clue, bro. So this girl really liked me from the start, you know. And yeah, we had loads of inside jokes and stuff. We used to just really enjoy each other's company. 3 a.m, just eating Domino's pizza. Randomly, I'd wake up and be like, do you want a Domino's? Like, yeah, go on then. Okay, let's get a Domino's. You know, like just stupid shit like that. Just being silly and enjoying life together. Sunbathing in the park in 30-degree heat and listening to music, and just stupid shit like cooking food in the kitchen and just play fighting. Like, do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. There's nothing forced about it. We could both just be ourselves. We both made each other happy. We both were really comfortable around each other. So this went on for a couple of months until one point she said, we need to talk over text. She just texted me, said, we need to talk. I was like, okay, cool, I'll come over tonight. I went over to her house that same night, and her plan, because her friends basically what happened here is she found my YouTube channel, and her friends Googled me, found the YouTube channel. All her friends were like, be careful, he's a player, you know, you're gonna get hurt, don't let him hurt you. And they basically organized this. This is what females do, bro, you must understand this. They basically organized a plan. Please shut up. Her friend said, right, you're gonna have to cut him off, just be cold. Tell him to come over, say we need to talk, and then just tell him it's done. You don't wanna see him anymore. That was their plan, right? She told me this afterwards, which is funny. And obviously I went over there, and it was real life, so I could see her and she could see me, and it was not just over the phone or nothing. So I went over and seen her, and naturally I was just my normal, usual happy, like I'm like a dog, bro, do you know what I mean? I just love being alive, I'm just happy and like dancing all the time and shit. I'm just came over with my natural, normal self, high energy and stuff, and I could tell something was a bit off. I was like, oh, how have you been? Because she just got back from Scotland, and I live in Manchester, right? I was like, oh, how have you been? How was Scotland? And she was like, yeah, good. Like really, really blunt and kind of cold towards me. I was like, what's up? Like kind of like playfully, like, what's up? Why you low energy for? Kind of like shoulder barge, you know, like, why are you low energy for? What's going on? And then we went to a room, and she said, there's something I need to tell you, right? And then long story short, it was very hesitant. She took a while for her to tell me. Long story short, she told me that she found my YouTube channel. She saw all the girls on there. She saw all the Playboy stuff, how I market myself on YouTube. Now, just to give a disclaimer, if you don't know me, and this is your first video watching me, I never ever advise anybody to actually be a player, to actually lie or cheat or deceive women. I always advise you guys to be gentlemen, to look after girls. I just advise young men especially to go through a bit of a phase where you're just kind of, I guess, acting like a playboy, right? You've got a lot of women in your life and you're just having fun and you're experimenting and you're just becoming more confident around women. That is what I advise for young men. You're still a single man, you still identify as a single man, but you're just experimenting with loads of different girls, right? You're always honest with these girls, you always tell them exactly how it is, you know, I'm not looking for anything serious. That's what I advise. Now, I market myself on YouTube with the Playboy content. She found that and said, I just don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if, you know, if you're going to hurt me in the future and all this kind of stuff. She was crying to me. And at this point, like I said before, I had no idea how much I actually meant to this girl. I had no idea how much she actually liked me until this point. She started crying and I basically just comforted her, gave her a kiss, gave her a hug, and, you know, told her exactly, completely honestly what it was all about. Like, yes, yeah, you know what? I am seeing other girls. I'm single. I'm not committed to anybody right now. I'm seeing other girls. I told her completely honestly everything that was going on. I told her about the YouTube, it's marketing, it's the internet world. You know who I am in real life. Told her everything. After that, we were cool again. And that same night, I basically told her, because I did like this girl, right? I started to really, really like this girl from the start as well, just like she did, except I kind of just was seeing other girls. I didn't cut anyone off yet. She cut all the other guys out. She was completely like, just wants me. She wasn't interested in anybody else, right? And I was still seeing other girls. And then at that point, I told her exactly how I felt. I really, really like you. You know, I find these other girls just boring. I was completely honest about everything. And at that point, opened my eyes. I was like, this girl actually really, really does like me. I remember because she unlocks her phone and lets me use her phone for Spotify, right? For Spotify playlists. And so she's got like a little playlist that we created together. And I remember I went on there once to search for a song, and all of the recent searches were playlists, like falling in love playlists. Like falling in love but you can't have him, falling in love, that kind of stuff. And I was like, fucking hell, bro, I had absolutely no idea. It really, really like took me back for a second, because I was like, shit, I really like this girl, and I had no idea she felt the same way about me. The only reason I reserved myself off was because I thought she was just some hoe. So this point on, we kind of really realized how we both felt about each other, right? We were both, nothing official yet, still technically both single, but we realized, yeah, we really like each other, and we basically agreed, let's just see where it goes. You know, I want you to be able to trust me. I don't want you to, you know, think I'm going to lie to you or nothing. Let's just see how it goes. Let's take it slow. Let's just go with the flow. So we did exactly that for the next couple of months. Now, over this period of time, she was naturally overthinking about this kind of stuff. She's told me multiple times that she's cried about me when I'm not even there, like just because she's overthinking and she doesn't know what I'm up to, and, you know, she doesn't want to get hurt. So this girl really cares about me, and I didn't realize until this point. And yeah, so she was overthinking for a couple of months. Then it came to a point where she went back to Thailand. This is recently. She went back to Thailand to see her family, to see her old high school friends, because she's from Thailand. And I stayed in Manchester, which is where I'm from. I'm still out here working, doing my thing, right? Obviously, she's been overthinking about this for quite a while. When she's back over there, I'm not there to tell her how it is in real life. She can't actually see me. We just talk on the phone and through text. It's not the same. Her friends are in her ear telling her, yeah, be careful, he's going to hurt you, he's a player, all of this kind of stuff. And I can't really do much about that, right? I had no idea what was going on until one night she called me and said, I just don't think this is what I want anymore. And I was like, what, me and you? Like, us, a relationship or whatever we've got here? And she said, yeah. And that absolutely broke my heart, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. If you see my heartbreak video, you'll know exactly how that went down. And yeah, it really did fuck me up because I liked this girl and we had so many amazing memories together, so many special times. It was just, the connection was perfect. And then for her to just randomly out of nowhere, because in my eyes, it was fine. We were calling every night, joking, still, you know, doing our usual thing, having that connection and just enjoying life. I thought, yeah, everything's good between us. And then all of a sudden she calls me and says, it's not what I want. It really fucked me up, bro. It caught me off guard. It really did. Now, she basically ended the phone call by saying, I just need some time to think. So I was like, okay, no problem. I will give you time to think. I won't message you. I'll give you time to think. Now, in my head, I was doing this thing of like, it was more of an ego thing. I'm not going to message her now. She's ended it with me. I'm not going to, well, she wasn't even really ending it, but, you know, she needed time to think with me. So my ego got involved and I was like, I'm not going to text her. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to go and do my thing and just wait and not text her. Even though I was missing her, even though all I was thinking about was her, even though every single time I checked my phone, it was to see if she'd message me. And she was doing the fucking same thing. But we were both too stubborn to actually send a message first. So we went from speaking every single day and creating all these beautiful memories together. I remember I sent her off to the airport and, you know, I carried the suitcases for her and bought her some food before she left. And it was like a proper little romantic, kind of something out of a movie scene, bro, when we were saying goodbye. You know, I gave her a hug, really fucking tight hug. And I said, made her look at me in the eyes and I said, I'm so glad I've met you. So glad I've met you. I'm going to miss you so much. And she said the same thing. And yeah, I basically sent her off and she looked like she was going to cry when she was leaving. And bro, it was so emotional. And yeah, then for all of a sudden to go from all of that beautiful stuff that we had together to then just bam, no contact. I need some time to think. I don't know if this is what I want. I don't want to get hurt. Just instantly like that. Now, obviously for her, she was overthinking this for a while. It was something that was genuinely on her mind, keeping it up at night. She told me, I can't keep doing this because it's literally stopping me from sleeping, just overthinking what you're doing. And I was like, right, I completely understand that. And I don't want that. I want to make it very, very clear that, you know, this is not what I want. I don't want to upset you. I don't want to hurt you. And I said, okay, I'm going to give you time to think. So we didn't talk for like 3 days, I believe it was. It was the most painful 3 days, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's fucking horrible. I was trying to crack on with my routine and do my push-ups and record my YouTube videos with that shit in the back of my mind the whole time. It was just not nice at all. However, I want to make something very, very clear in terms of relationships, because I know a lot of you guys watch red pill kind of content and, you know, the content, like this weird toxic content that tells young men to be cold and distant and don't show any love to a girl, don't ever tell a girl how you feel, this kind of stuff. It preaches this as if it's going to make you more attractive to women. Now, to some extent, in the initial stages, when you first meet a girl, yes, the red pill can be quite beneficial. You know, adding a bit of mystery, not telling her everything about you straight away, not telling her how you feel straight away, kind of beating around the bush a little bit in a playful and teasy way. You know, don't just lie. You know, not showing too much attention and affection straight away from the start. Yeah, these can be good things. These can increase attraction. There is a balance between everything, right? But when you like a girl, when you're genuinely falling in love with a girl and she's falling in love with you and you guys have a very beautiful relationship, to keep going down this weird, toxic path of like, oh, I can never show love to a girl. I can never kiss a girl and tell her that I love her because it means I'm a beta male. Like this weird shit that you see on the internet, that's not the way to go. And I promise you right now, I'm going to tell you why. Because I had a chat with my mum about this situation because I was like, Mum, listen, I don't really know what to do. I don't know, because I've just told her to go off and think. I don't know whether to text her now. My ego was being hurt because I was like, oh, if I text her, it just makes me look like a bit like a beg. Like, I don't want to be too beggy and desperate. Bruv, I like this girl. I miss her. All I want to do right now is talk to her. Yet I'm not doing that because, oh, I don't want to look like a beg. Oh, my ego. I want to make sure my ego's satisfied. I was literally willing to let that girl go because of my ego. How fucking sad is that, bro? Do you know what I mean? It is ridiculous. Now, let me give a disclaimer. Yes, don't allow yourself to be disrespected. Don't allow yourself to be taken for granted if you are showing love to a girl. Don't allow yourself to be walked all over. Of course, these are just, you know, common sense things. If guys will say like, oh, simp. Oh, you're simping if you do this kind of stuff. If you show love to a girl, you're a simp. Let me explain to you what a simp actually is, please. Bruv, listen. A simp is an unfair exchange of value. If I was to show love to this girl and she didn't want me, she basically literally just said, I'm not interested in you, I'm not attracted to you, I don't want you. If she said something along those lines where it was concrete, I do not want you, and we had, like, this was nothing prior, we didn't have a relationship prior, so nope, I just don't want you, and I was still showing love, that would make me a simp. Of course it would, because the girl doesn't even want me and I'm just desperately chasing after her, right? That's kind of, there's limits to it. You've got to be careful you don't push those limits. But if the girl genuinely really is in love with me, to the point where she's making pictures of us, her Spotify playlist, she's writing in her notes about me on a fucking iPhone and shit. Bro, we clearly really like each other, right? Why would I not show this girl exactly how I feel? Why would I not be honest? Why would I not reassure her and make her feel secure in the relationship and make her feel like, listen, you are the only girl that I want? If you are in a long-term relationship, if you like a girl, if you're in anything serious like this, we're not even official, and I'm still willing to do this, right? Because we're at that point where we're on a mutual understanding of how much we genuinely like each other. Girls can be very, very insecure. Girls can really overthink literally the tiniest little things, and it's your job as the masculine man to make sure that you're reassuring her. Now, I know a lot of guys say, like, oh, to be the alpha male, you're not like, don't chase women, bro, just be the alpha male. In every single animal species, it is the male's job, the masculine job, to chase after what he wants, to go and just get what he wants. You don't see the female lions all chasing after the male lion. It's the other way around. Male dogs do the same thing. Male cats do the same thing. You have to chase go get what you want in life. Like money. Go and get fucking money, bro. You know what you want, go and get it. You don't sit there and wait for money to come to you, do you? You go out there and just go and get it. It's the same with women. Now, again, don't do it in a desperate way. Don't do it in a way where you're disrespecting yourself, or, you know, a girl's blatantly said no and you're still chasing and chasing desperately, like, please, please, obviously don't do that. If you like a girl, go and fucking show her. Go and take control of the situation. Lead. Create something from it. Feminine women are not going to just problem solve. They don't want to do all this thinking. They don't want to sit there and think, well, here's the solution to this problem. Let me break it down. They're not going to do all this. They want you to take control. They want you to show them how much they mean to you. Consistently, all the time. These feminine tests never end. You must understand this. It is your job as the masculine man to break through these tests and just keep bam, 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 just keep going forward for what you want in life. If you like this girl, fucking show her. Go and get her, bruv. So I did exactly that. I spoke to my mum, and my mum basically said something along the lines of, if I was in her position, I would be testing you right now. Because you must understand, like I said before, girls are very insecure, right? So if you've got a girl, and maybe she doesn't feel good enough, or maybe she's a bit insecure, or maybe she's just, you know, doubtful of who you are as an individual, she thinks you're a player, she thinks you're cheating on her, she thinks you're with other girls behind her back. She might do certain things on purpose. This is one of the feminine tests you must be aware of. She might do certain things on purpose to see if you really are who you say you are. If you really are the loyal, masculine, honest man that you say you are. She will test you. Just like the world will test you. She will test you too. She wants to make sure that you can stand there unfazed in the face of her adversity that she creates for you, and you can just fucking smash through it. With love, with openness, with an open heart. I know it sounds like spiritual or soppy, but it's absolutely true. So you have to put your pride and your ego to one side for a relationship with anybody on this planet to work. You will not have any loving or long-term or fulfilling, meaningful relationships with anybody on this planet if you are going in with a mindset of ego. If you're trying to satisfy your ego and pride, you'll never have a meaningful relationship, ever. You'll never get anywhere deeper than just a shallow surface. You cannot text your best friend and ask them how they are 4 times in a row because you haven't spoke to them all day if you've got an ego. Because you can be like, well, I don't want to be a beg. I don't want to be like simpy or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be desperate. I'll only send one text and then I won't reply. Like these weird, stupid games. Stop playing these games and just do what you want in life. You literally live once, and you're sat in not telling the girl that you absolutely are in love with how you feel about her. She might feel the same way. You just got to be fucking honest. You're a grown man. Take control of the fucking situation and just do it. Put your ego and pride to one side. If you get disrespected, if you get heartbroken, if you get played, deal with it then. At least you can successfully say, you know what, I gave everything to that. At least I tried. You know, at least I went after what I want. It's like starting a business and you're going after it. You're chasing that money. You're going after what you want. And it fails, the business fails. At least you can look back and say, you know what, I tried and I learned from it. At least I don't look back and think, oh, I was a pussy and I didn't give it my all. Because, oh, I don't want to be an alpha male. Like, what the fuck? So, listen, bro, let me get some sunshine. Damn. That's beautiful. I put my ego and my pride to one side. I called her, even though I was the last one to send... Fucking wasp, so I was the last one to send a text. I said to her, text me. Obviously, she didn't. And I was like, right, I'm sick of playing these fucking games. I like you. I only want you. So let me just make that clear. You know, she's obviously sat there overthinking, insecure, thinking, he's probably with other girls right now. He's still not texted me. He's probably with other girls right now. She's not going to sit there and think, well, he's such an alpha male because he didn't text me for 3 days. That means I'm more attracted to him. No, of course not. All of these guys that tell you this weird alpha male shit, bro, they don't go outside. They don't have any real life experience. They don't actually talk to real women. They sit on Tinder all day or on the internet, and that's their life. That's their experience. Or they'll read a book and then just recite what they've heard. They have no real life experience with relationships or with women in general. So they tell you this weird shit. Now, I called her and I said, listen, and I said her name. I said, these past couple of days have been fucking shit, to be honest with you. Something along these lines. I don't remember exactly, right? But I basically just told her exactly how I felt. These past couple of days have been shit. You make me happy and I miss you, and I don't want to play these stupid games. I'm a fully grown man. I'm not in year 7, you know, I'm not in high school. I'm not trying to play these games where we just don't text and we're both being stubborn. What is this shit? I want you, you want me, we both make each other happy. What the fuck are we playing these games for? I said something along those lines, and she was very hesitant to pick up the phone, and she was very hesitant to speak back to me. She was kind of just sitting there listening. And I was completely honest. I was like, listen, I want you to be my girl. I want to commit myself to you. Yo, bro, there's so many wasps, mate. What the fuck? I want you to be my girl. I want to commit myself to you. That's it. I'm not interested in any other girl. I told her exactly how it was. And this is exactly how I felt. At this point, I cut off all my other hoes. I cut my hoes off ages ago, way before this. I wasn't seeing any other girls way before this. I was just seeing her. I only wanted her. And she still thought, yeah, you know, he's a player. I don't trust him. And that's understandable. But, so I called her and we had this really long chat. I put my ego to one side. I literally told her exactly how it was. I wasn't trying to be alpha male or any of this bullshit. Just a little side tangent for anyone that tries to go down this path of trying to be an alpha male and this weird internet stuff that you see online. The alpha male is the alpha male because he does what the fuck he wants. He makes the rules. He does whatever he wants confidently. That's what makes him an alpha. He doesn't sit there following the rules and going on YouTube and oh, I've got to do this. When a girl texts me like this, I have to text back like this. He doesn't do that shit. He does whatever he wants because he's the alpha. He doesn't give a fuck. So just please keep that in mind. Stop trying to be the alpha male and just be you. Just be confidently you. Do whatever you want to do. You live once and you're trying to play these stupid games. Just stop that, bro. Anyway, put my pride and ego to one side. Called her. It all went really, really well, actually. And I kind of slightly convinced her on, you know, how I truly did feel, and she kind of believed me a little bit more than before, only because I actually made the effort. That is gonna show her, oh, maybe he actually does care, because he's called me, he's actually trying, he's actually putting effort in there. And a lot of you guys don't do that because you think it's beta male, you think it's simpy to show love to a girl that you actually love. What the fuck? Since when is that cool? When is that a thing? I just don't get it, man. I really don't. It's just stupid as fuck. So just please keep this in mind if you are in a relationship. I know this is quite a messy and long one, but there's a lot you can take from this. There's nothing wrong with showing love. There's nothing wrong with praising the girl that you genuinely love. There's nothing wrong with telling a girl how beautiful she is, making her feel like the only girl in the world. There's nothing wrong with this stuff at all. In fact, it's your job as a masculine man to do that, especially with a girl that you like, especially with a girl that you genuinely care for. That is your job, to take control of the situation and just keep going through and getting what you want. She might not text you the whole day. Call her. Don't sit there thinking, oh, this stupid bitch hasn't texted me, so I'm just not going to text her and we're just not going to talk. Stop playing games. You're a grown man now. Call the girl. Listen, is everything okay? Fucking man up and take control of the situation. That is your job as a masculine man. It's not for you to get emotionally reactive because, oh, she hasn't texted me all day. Or she was cold on the phone. Or she was being really blunt. So now I'm going to be emotional and not talk to her. That's feminine. Stop doing that. That's why a lot of your relationships are failing. You must adopt this masculine mindset and think, right, what do I want? Okay, I want her. All right, let me take control of the situation. She hasn't texted me all day. Well, I want to speak to her, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to call her and ask her, is everything okay? You know, where have you been? Turn it into a joke. She did it the same, literally yesterday. She didn't text me all day. She woke up late, apparently. And I called her. And I said, Where the fuck have you disappeared to? Are you still alive? Like, do you know what I mean? I kind of just turned it into a joke. I didn't think, where the fuck have you been? Why didn't you text me? Calm the fuck down, man. Stop assuming the worst. Stop acting out of insecurity and ego and pride. Stop acting out of these external emotional factors. And just fucking show some love, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Especially if you like the girl. You're going to regret it one day. When you get older and you're dying on your deathbed, you're fucking paralyzed or some shit, and you look back on the relationships you've had, you're going to regret not being a bit more loving to the people you genuinely care about in your life. And that goes for everyone. That goes for your mum, your brother, the people around you, your friends. Just tell them how much they mean to you. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'll tell my friends all the time, I love you, bro. I miss you. You know what I mean? When we're going to go hit a gym session, I say that shit all the time. Does that make me a beta male? No. Do you know why? Because I'm not a beta male. Simple. I don't follow rules. I don't have to act in a certain way to be cool or to be like this or to be like, I'm just doing what I want to do. I'm living life the way I want to live it, which makes me, it's the cringy shit, an alpha male. Do you understand? It makes me at the top. It makes me somebody that people want to follow. It makes me a leader. Okay, if I was a beta male, you wouldn't see me on fucking YouTube leading thousands of young men. It's about who you are, not about what you do. Oh, well, I texted a girl like this, so that makes me an alpha. That makes you a fucking nerd. Do what you want. Stop overthinking shit. I promise you'll get 10 times more girls if you act like this rather than if you're trying to follow some rule book or game or any of this shit. Like, yeah, there's positives to the red pill, and I'll make a separate video on that, but for the most part, show some love. Show, like, way more love than you currently are. Girls need a lot of reassurance. They need a lot of just, yeah, assurance in who you are and how you genuinely feel. They'll literally overthink everything. Your following could go up on Instagram. You might follow a girl that you knew way back from high school. Nothing ever happened, but you just know her, right? So you're going to follow her. She will overthink that for the rest of the day. Who is this bitch? Why is he following her now? What are they doing? What have they been talking about? Literally, that's how easy it is, right? And it's your job to make her feel as special and as beautiful and as loved as you possibly can as the masculine man. It's your job to do that. Take control. She's not going to just randomly get up one day and think, right, we need to communicate more, right, we need to do this, right, we need to do that. And you wouldn't want her to anyway. You like the fact she's emotional. You like the fact she has mood swings. You like the fact that, you know, she overthinks, because that's what makes her feminine. And that's what you want. But if you're acting like that because you're trying to be an alpha male, it's not going to work. Two feminine individuals in a relationship doesn't work. One has to be the masculine, and that's your job, right? Because you're most likely a man watching my videos. Take control. Message her first if she hasn't texted you all day. Stop being so egotistical. Well, she hasn't texted me, so fuck her. Fuck this stupid bitch. I'm not going to talk to her. Stop doing that. You like the girl. Why the fuck are you acting like this for? Stop being so emotionally sensitive and reactive to the situations, okay? That's my main message. Take your ego out of it. I will keep showing the girl love and love and love and love over and over and over again. I don't care how emotional she's being. I don't care how cold or blunt she's being. I don't care if she hasn't texted me all day. If I love a girl, I'm going to show her that. I don't care if I have to put my ego to the side and be a fool or be humiliated or be played. I don't give a fuck. I would rather say, you know what, I gave it my all. I actually genuinely loved 100% in this relationship. So when you look back on it, you look back with gratitude, because you got to experience the love. You got to experience that true side, regardless of the outcome, regardless if you get heartbroken or played, because a lot of you guys are scared of that. It's happened to me before. Don't be scared of it. You'll survive. You're not going to die. It's much better to love fully with an open heart and no ego and no pride involved than trying to play these games. Because, oh, well, I've got to wait 2 hours before I text her because I've got to look like I'm busy. I'll text my girl instantly, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. She knows who I am. I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to play games. I don't have to fake it. She knows exactly what I'm about and who I am. Hence why she's attracted to me. That's it. I don't have to play fucking games, bro. Anyway, I hope you get the point. I know this is kind of messy and all over the place, but I just wanted to have a rant about this because this red pill stuff is very, very toxic, man. Don't go around hating on your girl. Don't go around being cold and distant. Show the girl some love, okay? And in terms of my current situation, if you are interested, me and my girl are good. We're not official because, again, she's in Thailand. I want to... Bro, I'm going to be careful what I say, actually, because this video might drop before she gets back. Anyway... I've got plans for our situation, but just to update you, yeah, me and the girl are good. We're back on like loving terms again, I guess you could say. We're not being cold to each other. And you know why that happened? Because I actually put my ego to one side, put some effort in and showed her exactly how I felt. I reassured her. I stopped her from feeling insecure. And that's exactly what you've got to do time and time again. These feminine tests will never end. You'll have every single day, maybe she'll test you in different ways. She'll test you in your weaknesses. She'll test you in ways that she doesn't trust you in fully. You've got to be careful of this. If you are lacking financially, she'll test you on that. She might say something that makes you feel hurt ego-wise. She might hurt your ego. Like, oh, why don't you have a car? Like, jokingly. She might just say some stupid shit like that, right? She's not trying to insult you. She's not trying to disrespect you. She's seeing how you respond to challenge, especially on your weak points. Maybe you're not the best in the bedroom. She will challenge that. She will let you know, whether it's indirectly or directly. She will let you know. She's not doing this to hurt you. She's doing this to help you to grow into the best man you can be. That's what she wants. And if you're the kind of man that breaks when she tests you like this, or you get emotional, you're like, why the fuck are you saying that for? If you cannot be the kind of man that can just love her openly and humorously, even when she, quote unquote, disrespects you like this, when she says something that challenges your ego, challenges your weak points. And let's say you are bad in the bedroom and she says something like, oh, I don't know, fucking hell. Maybe, I can't really think of any examples, right? But let's say you're bad in the bedroom. She'll say something along those lines indirectly, like, oh, I don't know, you've got some weaknesses or some bullshit, right? I can't really think of no examples, but she'll say something. It will hurt your ego because you'll know deep down, she's talking about me in the bedroom there, right? You could either take that emotionally, like a feminine man, and start fucking spazzing out about it and go, oh, what do you mean by that? And start being emotional. Or you could take it with openness. You can go and give her a kiss, go and give her a hug or some shit, go and laugh about it and work on it. Take it as a sign, use it as a compass to what you need to work on. That's what your girl wants for you, is for you to be the best version of yourself so you can take care of her, right? And you should want that from her too. You should want her to challenge you. You should want her to constantly push you and constantly break past your ego barriers, because you will be the best man you can be. And that's why, you know, the masculine and feminine energy polarity is such a beautiful thing. If you've got that in your life, it really does make you feel invincible, man. You know, having this girl in my life is one of the main reasons it hurts, bro, because I love the feeling of just having that feminine energy in my life. It's so beautiful. And obviously I like the girl as well a lot. There's so much I like about this girl. It's unbelievable. But yeah, there's a lot to it, right? And it just makes you feel invincible. When I've got her by my side and I know she's in my life, I know she's on my side, on my team, I feel fucking unstoppable, bro. And it's because she challenges me in those areas where I need to work on. She knows me better than anybody, right? She knows on such a deep and intimate and personal level that she's able to challenge me so deeply, right? So she helps me to grow, but then she also is my peace at the same time. So when I'm going through stress, when I'm going through these periods of growth and it doesn't feel very comfortable, she's also the lady there to give me peace, to give me a massage, to look after me, to make sure, you know, I'm okay and just ground me in the present moment. She is my peace. She literally takes the stress away and makes me feel peaceful. She does both, and that's what a beautiful feminine woman can do for you. But you only get that dynamic if you are openly and lovingly masculine. You don't get that if you're trying to be cold and distant. Oh, I'm never going to tell her how I feel. I'm never going to tell her I miss her. I'm never going to tell her that how I feel about her, right? I'm never going to tell her she looks beautiful because I don't want to validate her. What the fuck, bro? How insecure do you have to be? It's just embarrassing. But yeah, just take that in mind. Like I said, there are some positives to the red pill stuff. If you use game and you use the red pill advice, you know, like, oh, be cold, be distant, don't be so available. All this kind of stuff is good at the start when you first meet a girl, because you don't want to be, you know, desperate or a beg. But when you start to actually really like a girl, forget the red pill shit, because it's very, very toxic. Now, I hope you can take something from this. I know it's all over the place, but look after yourself. The coaching is down below. Dickhead trees, bro. If you want to learn more from me. And yeah, I know the internet can be a very weird and confusing place, but if you genuinely want to learn how it's done properly from real life experience, come and talk to me and we'll just chop it up, man. We'll have a chat for like an hour, 2 hours maybe. We'll just talk about life, real life shit. Because I've had to go through so much pain and heartbreaking experiences to actually realize how the world works, when a lot of these guys, they'll just sit and they'll read a book and then they'll just come on YouTube and tell you what they think, right? That's it. It's like there's no real life knowledge there. So if you want to learn that, coach is down below in the description. Look after yourself. I'll see you soon.